Good morning. Welcome back to Sending Ravens. Let's see what our day is looking like. Yesterday I wasn't able to put a video up, but yeah, here I am this morning. Yeah, my son came home from Mexico. It was so good to see him. And we had to get all ready for going into grade 11. Pretty exciting. I remember going into grade 11. It was very exciting and scary. Okay, let's have a look here. What do we got? So we've got the Hermit as ourselves. So feeling a little introspective, this card, and it can be a little withdrawn sometimes, depending on how it's aspected. And today it's rather badly aspected with these two cards closest to it. Those are not the greatest cards. Okay, so it's helping this to be a little more dreary. So instead of introspective, I mean, that would be the best way you could read the Hermit, okay, and or singular and taking time to yourself, which is all awesome and empowering. I'm going to say this card's a little more like feeling isolated or feeling like you're all alone or feeling a little too alone maybe. Maybe feeling stuck in a pattern of always doing everything on your own. Somebody out there could be feeling that. Okay, and we've got, and there's something sort of, I feel like there's been some healing going on in the past. So this card can be healing from something, okay, and or not really admitting something to yourself, because thoughts and words are swords, and there's a thought or a word or a conversation or a thing that you're burying. So it's in the unconscious that's not up here in the conscious. So these thoughts and words, this person is seeing this but not this. So sometimes the card can be about something is buried in the unconscious, or there's an old pattern of thinking, okay, that's very unconscious, that's creating you to feel isolated or alone or singular, to the point of now loneliness maybe. Okay, and the Hermit, I mean, being alone and spending time alone can be very empowering and good, but not if it goes on too long, or not if you want to connect and you're feeling like you can't. That's when it gets, you know, not a good Hermit, right? Okay, so yeah, this Eight of Swords tells me that. I mean, where you feel like you can't even go out and reach out, right? Because this Eight of Swords is the thought that you are stuck. Now remember, with the Eight of Swords, you only think you're stuck because it's thoughts and words, swords. This person is stuck with their thoughts and words have stuck them somewhere. So even if you look at the ties that bind them in they're blinded by their thoughts and words. So they're saying something to themselves and feeling or mentally thinking something that keeps them stuck and nothing else. Because if you look, their feet are free and they could just walk away and even wiggle out of those binds. So that's the whole trick to that card, right? Okay, so it's the thought that you're stuck. And now we've got the Queen of Swords. Possibly there's some kind of judgmental thought involved in why you're stuck. Okay, so you're stuck with being judgmental of yourself. So I'm alone because I'm unworthy, nobody likes me, blah blah blah, because she can be very hard on others, and because this feels very internal, I feel like again we've got some harsh words going on with ourselves. So feeling stuck because of that, because of our own thoughts and words to ourselves. Okay, feeling stuck. Okay, so nobody's gonna want me, I'm too old, I can't get out there and date anymore, I wouldn't know where to start. Those kind of things, what we say to ourselves. I'm, blah blah blah, I'm overweight, I'm underweight, I'm whatever it is we're saying to ourselves, right? And then we look around and actually people date in all kinds of, like, we don't have to be perfect to date others, and not everybody's perfect, right? So funny how we get stuck in our own mental ideas about things that create isolation and loneliness, but it's all created in our mind. And that's what that's trying to say. All these mental cards are saying this isolation and loneliness is a thing of your mind, right? a thing of your mind. Okay, and the Wheel of Fortune. So something's going to happen unexpectedly that all of a sudden moves you out of there. So an opportunity, even in spite of what your mind says, all of a sudden somebody's trying to connect here, or a friend is trying to become more involved in your life, or somebody's trying to reach out here to prove you're not isolated and alone, some kind of situation. So the world shows you that that is not the case, because the Destined card is there, and it's very unexpected. Okay, an unexpected connection with somebody anyway, or some people, or a group of people, and it feels like it's to the positive, and it's very inspiring. Okay, but watch talking yourself out of it, because this card says watch your old patterns that might talk yourself out of this new connection, right, and get you right back here, right back in that isolation. Okay, so sometimes it's hard to, like, sometimes we're so used to the isolation that it's almost, so we say, oh, I wish I could meet somebody, I wish I had more friends, I wish I had more social opportunities, blah, 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 or opportunities to not be alone all the time. And then something comes along, like the Wheel of Fortune, right out of the blue, and changes up your whole situation. But then you go, oh yeah, but I can't go to that function, or somebody asks you to do something, and now you're like, but I'm more comfortable here just Netflixing, or no, I don't think I'll do that because this is more comfortable. It's more comfortable to be miserable sometimes. I definitely find I can be in that place. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So the King of Cups and the Nine. A very independent, psychologically interesting and fascinating kind of person who's single is, I think, part of what's coming for somebody out there who's watching. Psychologically intelligent, very much in touch with their feelings, but doesn't wear them on their sleeve kind of person who's fascinating, I'd say, because the King of Cups can be fascinating. And he's very well aspected with this card. Could be a male. And or certainly a very masculine kind of energy, okay, and is very much independent and singular, is somehow trying to come on the scene here, it looks like, as an interesting or interested party who wants to take you a little bit out of your isolation here. Somebody with this kind of personality that I'm talking about. This person can be quite spiritual and in touch with their soul essence and spirituality when it's well aspected, okay, and a bit of a healer themselves somehow, or just aware of their healing properties in their personality, and very curious, especially emotionally, and understanding and seeing right through people emotionally. It's fascinating. So I feel like there's a connection wanting to happen with somebody like that. And if you, go along with it and just go meet them and go get to know them and just open up a little bit, and don't go back into your old pattern of, okay, it's easier just to be alone. Okay, don't talk yourself out of a connection like this. And it could be kind of scary. It's scary sometimes when you haven't connected with somebody for a long time. But I feel like there's an opportunity coming to really connect with somebody. And it'll be an emotionally inspiring person who's intelligent and in touch and has been doing their work spiritually. So that sounds like something worthy of at least making friends with. Somebody like that. Yeah. So send in your ravens on that situation. And please like and share the videos if you're enjoying them. And subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day.